Hello, this is Pia and welcome to the back pillow exercises. So today we're going to review the heel digs. I had a few questions about the heel digs and I'd love to just go over those and show you a nice little refinement that's been working for other people. And the other exercise we're going to do is a nice gentle shoulder exercise with the arms. Okay, so get you to make yourselves comfortable on your back pillow. Make sure your head is nicely supported. So not too far back on the pillow. Might want to start with your legs out long so that you have your weight on your hips. Feel that weight stay on the hips as you bring your legs up, ready to do the heel dig. So just as a reminder, the heel dig was quite a simple exercise in technique, I guess, where you're just tapping the heel down and then you change legs. Now the refinement that I want you to think about today is that it's actually not in the movement of the heel that the exercise occurs. It occurs in that quick changeover of the feet. So I'd like you to slow down the change over from foot to foot and see what your hips are doing. We're going to have a go without focusing on it just for the first couple of rounds and just notice what your hips do without a significant focus. So let's do like 5 heel digs on one side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change sides, but just notice what your hips do. And if you're really careful, you will feel that they slightly rock from side to side as you change your feet. Just see if you can notice that slight movement in your hips. Cool. So the refinement that we're going to add to this heel dig exercise is keeping those hips very, very still as you change legs. So you're not allowing any movement in the hips on the leg change. So I'd like you to slow down the change of the legs and notice that you need to use your stomach muscles. I'd like you to use your pelvic floor muscles as well. So using these low stomach muscles across here to keep those hips still. So let's do 3 sets on each leg and stay a little still on the changeover. So we've got dig, 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 dig. Hold the stomach still, hold the hips still. Change legs. Dig, 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 dig. Hold, stop digging, relax the foot, but hold those stomach muscles tight. Dig again, but don't let those hips move. Use your low abdominals to keep your hips still. Focus on the changeover where your stomach holds your hips from wobbling. Great. We'll just do 1 more on each side. Stomach stays still. Heel digs. Stomach holds the hips still. Heel digs. So you're using your stomach muscles right down here to stop the hips from moving. And over time, that will strengthen those abdominal muscles and reduce the tension on your lower back because you'll be supporting your lower back with those stronger stomach muscles. Okay, the second exercise that we're going to do today are your alternate arm exercise. We're going to try that 2 different ways. The first way is more of a stretch. So we're just going to take the arms up and just let the arms stretch behind you. So it's just a bit of a movement of the arms. They're just going past each other, maybe touching the ground, maybe not. It doesn't really matter how far back they go. And just letting the arms fly freely in the socket. Now in this movement, we're not really controlling arms except for maybe how far they go down. The shoulder blade is quite loose. There's no tightness in this area at all. We're just loosening up the shoulders. And you'll notice that your fingers tend to pass here quite high. It's like you can see your fingers as they pass. Just almost in eye line when the arms pass in this style of alternate arms. So we're using this version to loosen the shoulders up. We'll just do 2 more each way, letting the shoulders loosen. Just notice it's quite nice. The neck tends to relax a little bit. The back of the upper back tends to relax. What does happen in this version of the alternate arms though is that the ribs tend to raise up a little bit. You might find you're getting a little bit of a back arch on the pillow as you change your arms. So just see if you can feel that. If you're not getting a back arch, that's great. Perhaps you're holding your tummy in and your chest is getting a little bit of tension, which would be ideal. Now the second way of doing this exercise is to actually have your arms a little lower. I'm going to pull the shoulder blades down and in towards each other just a little bit, so you feel quite broad across the top of the chest. You'll notice to do this, my hands are nowhere near my face now. They're more, to me they feel more like they're just low ribs or even navel height. So now we're going to do the exercise so that the arms pass here, not up here, but much lower. And the muscles, we're going to start using some other muscles. Try to engage a little bit of the lat, a little bit of this back muscles right back here that we're lying on. As you change, you're not allowing your shoulders to fly freely, but you're actually controlling them using some muscles around here. Some muscles across the chest and some muscles across the back. Try to keep the shoulder, if you like, in the shoulder socket, not allowing it to extend. So you'll see here these muscles are much firmer as I change my arms. That firmness stops it from going quite as far back as well. If I let it go, this opens up, my chest lifts. If I hold those muscles tight, I can only really get it out. I can't quite go as far because these muscles are restricting the movement. Now these muscles are quite postural muscles. These are useful if I was holding something. I would feel stronger here because I carry the weight into my back. So that's why we practice using these more controlled version of the alternating arms with the back pillow, because it helps tone those muscles as if I was holding something. So the trick is, as this arm goes back, don't let it release. Keep it firm here. So we'll just do 2 more to each way. See if you can find those muscles. Sometimes it takes a little practice. You can check you're doing it well by that the arms will be a little lower above those low ribs or navel height, as opposed to free arms where they pass at the upper chest or eye level. So that's our 2 exercises for today. Heel digs, we're going to make sure that the stomach holds the hips firm as we change legs. So a little pause in between the leg changes helps us squeeze those stomach muscles to keep the hips from rocking every time we change legs. And the alternate arm one, just to recap, we can do it so we loosen the shoulders up and there's no support through here. You might even get a little bit of a chest lift, but you might find that actually aggravates your lower back because your whole back tends to arch with this free form alternate arms. Whereas if you can, make sure that the shoulders are pulled down, keep the hands above the low chest, hold the stomach muscles in, and keep the shoulder blades working. Feel some muscles down your side and across your mid-back working. Sure, you don't get as much range, but you can feel the firmness in the support mechanism for your arms. Great, thanks for watching. If you want any more information about the BACpillow, please go to BACpillow.com.au, or you can also leave a comment below, or you could come to, or you can send an email to info@BACpillow.com.au.